toes and feet. 'Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Great ride, isn't y'all? Ooh, look at this. Look at this camera. FBK. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Facebook. Welcome to the walk. Oh, I'm a little behind the 8 ball this morning, y'all. Trying to save my feet and toes. I am a little behind the 8 ball, to say the least. Great ride, is it? Let's get ready to do this. Y'all know we're walking for 45 minutes today. And until the end of March. And then a little beyond. Come on for the walk. Get your chair, get your mat. Thanks for coming to the walk. Let me check out these cameras. I am slow and I am stiff and everything this morning. But honey, that don't stop nothing. It wouldn't stop me if I had to go to work. It ain't gonna stop me because I gotta work out. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all folks wake up, get dressed, go out all the time for the job. For the job, honey. But won't do even a quarter of that for yourself. I used to wake up in the morning and go to the gym. And then I went to work. So I woke up to work out. And then I went to work. So I'm retired now. I wake up to work out. Great ride is it. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. I said uncle, auntie, cousin, friend, because y'all, I'm a senior citizen. So I can't imagine, you know, you little friends. Whew. I'm sweating. Sweating. Well, I steamed yesterday, so that could be the reason why I'm sweating. Whoo, child. Whoo, child. Oh. I must have sung, I'm walking trying to save my toes and feet. Well, I'm up to 200 plays on my computer iThingy. And I just sing it all the time. Yes, because I'm meeting up with Ron next week, Monday. And he'll do the vocal part because I don't have the right kind of microphone because I'm not a singer per se. What I do is videos. That's what I like since I was a child. I used to write scripts and treatments and stuff like that. That's when they was telling that lie in school. Oh yeah, you can be this and you can be this. I say the lie in school is because thanks to the internet, I can be this and I can be that. But it's only because of the internet. And to do it, to see it, to share it, that's on the internet. I remember when I did my first video, I had to sit back and I had to think on all the jobs I had and different things like that, and they did marketing and stuff, and I would look at them, and at one time, I don't know if y'all remember this, that one time, I was working at Robert Fion's Beauty School in Brooklyn, New York, Willoughby Street. And they had hired me for financial aid. If you heard the story, put your headsets on. But you know what? As long as I'm moving, that's all you need to see me do is move. There's some who want to hear my voice and what I have to say. But so, working at Robert Fion's, and this is the early 80s. Homelessness. It wasn't homelessness. Oh, Lord, these Hatfields and McCoys. Like now, the landowners priced the rent so high that you couldn't make the payment, so a lot of people were being kicked out because they couldn't pay the rent. They call it homelessness. But basically it's greedy landlords want more money and want you out because they want people to pay more. And I remember at that time, because I was living in a rooming house with my daughter, and I was trying to find an apartment. And every apartment I went to, it could be 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms, no kids. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, no kids. I couldn't understand it. They wouldn't let you take kids in. They couldn't sign a lease if you had kids. And if you had too many kids, they put you out. But then they turned around and call it homeless. They didn't call it greedy landlords. That's what caused the situation. Anyway, so I'm working at Robert Fion's, and there was a lot of students who were in the shelter. When I first started working there, I was like, wow. These financial aid students coming in, and they're in a shelter. How are you giving student loans and stuff to people who are in a shelter? But then on the other hand, I said, well, that's the main people you should give it to so they can get out of their situation. But no, child. I think you had to stay in school. The salespeople, in order for them to get their commission, you had to stay in Robert Fion's anywhere from a month to 3 months. And then the loans and government will release the money to the school. And it was horrible because the ladies weren't staying. They were moved from shelter to shelter to shelter because they had kids. And again, in New York City, you had kids, you couldn't get an apartment. The apartments were for the single people. Don't ask me. Because if you want to know my answer, just another form of racism. That's why I'm so glad I'm out that place. My mother thought she was leaving Virginia to come to New York for freedom and better way of life. Whew. Many times she cried thinking she made the worst mistake. She made a wrong mistake. Anyway, I'm citing you. I'm helping you get loans for $7,000. That's what at that time, what it was for the Robert Fion's was a cosmetology school. And they wouldn't stay. But then they would be responsible for the whole loan. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy shit. You go to shelter, you try to better yourself with your life. They bounce you around from shelter to shelter. You ain't got no place to stay with your kids. And you can't make it to school. And now you got a $7,000 debt on you. How the hell are you going to get an apartment now? I couldn't believe it. And Robert Fion's wasn't the only one. I was in shock. I was like, ladies, y'all have to come to school. You got to do this program. There's no way you're in that shelter and you'd be settled with a $7,000 student loan. So I just couldn't take it. And then energy came to me, and I went in and I talked to the director of the financial aid department. And I told her, I said, there's no incentives around here for these students. They can't see what they're going to become. Your walls are all bare and everything. Put some pictures up of successful cosmetologists. Put the students up. Best attendance, best this, best that, blah, 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 blah. Put some pictures up on the wall so they can see what they're going to become. Right now, you just got these white walls. You teaching them, but what the hell are they going to become? They can't see it. So, that was the crux of the whole thing. Do more for the students. You're just taking their money, but do more for the students. Let them see their future. They sitting in a shelter, surrounded by kids and other family. When they come here to get better, let them show a picture of a beautician standing behind somebody, cutting somebody's goddamn hair. Oh. Anyway, the director agreed with me. She said it had been bothering her too. How they were going in these shelters, getting these people, and then the people not finishing the cosmetology course and being strapped with Betsy DeVos payment money. Ha ha ha! Yes, let's not forget that POS. Ancestors, when her energy leaves, please be there and stomp it out, tear it up, make sure it never enters another human being. Destroy that foul, despicable Betsy DeVos energy. Never let it come back to this earth. Anyway, so I wrote the proposal, brought it to the director. She loved it. She could see it. She could see what we're talking about. She was like, yes, keep the students longer. And of course, as they always do even now, though the school was all African Americans, few Hispanics, but of course the director is a white lady. So I asked to speak with her, and I said, I spoke with my director. She said, it's okay if I come here and talk to you and bring you this proposal. She had read the financial aid department director, read the proposal, and said, okay, show it to the director. That woman looked at me like I was out my damn mind. She said, that won't help them. They ain't going to stay in school regardless. Or something to that effect. And she wasn't doing it. It wasn't going to change anything. They're just not, minorities, they're just not going to do it. They're just not going to finish school. So, of course, I left the meeting and I was fighting back tears. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you all are setting these people up for this $7,000 student loan, and you have no intentions of them ever succeeding or finishing cosmetology. Your intentions is not for them to finish. I literally left her office, tears streaming. I couldn't understand, why would you do that? Why would you go to a shelter and then it all made sense. So I went back to the director of finance, who was a Hispanic woman. And I told her, she said, oh, how did it go? What are they going to do? She said, no matter what they do, they're not going to complete the cosmetology course. Doesn't matter what you do. And she just looked at me and I said, so she snatched that proposal from my hand, went in our office and closed the door. And I just went home. The next thing I know, the director was transferred out of our facility, not my financial director, the director I went to with the proposal. She was transferred to the Bronx. And they brought in someone. But by then, I had either accepted employment with the visiting nurse service or I was working to the telephone company, so I was leaving. And they hadn't done anything before I left, even when the new director came in. But maybe 6 or 7 months later, I came back in to visit everybody because I know like the teachers and stuff like that. And I came back in to visit. And they had pictures on the wall, student of the month, best, everything I put in the proposal. Everything. It was, even the vibe was different. Of course. I told the financial aid director she did a great job. And she just smiled at me. Well, I know. It's happened too many times in my life, situations like that. But it didn't matter. They were staying, everybody was happy. There was more students in the building. I was just very happy. But I couldn't watch them set them homeless people up like that. So that was my first thing at marketing. And as you see, they did everything I suggested. They did the whole proposal. But other than me telling you, though nobody knows where it came from, initiated. So now as I do the editing stuff, I say to myself, with the right tools, that's why I'm so proud of the TikToks and the Snapchats and the YouTubers and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, put yourself out there. Because I'm telling you, that was another one of those racist things. Oh no, black people can't possibly edit. That's too technical. Oh no. Black people doing marketing? That would take brain thought. Only white people go to college can do something like that. And last week I meant to tell y'all, got enough minutes. Just because I talk to uplift my race, which is if you know me for any amount of time, you'll say that's just Vicky. But if you don't know me, then you think I'm a racist hating white people. You don't see me as loving my race and protecting me and mine. Because you don't experience racism. So you don't know what it's about. You don't know what the hell it is. Racism color, racism woman, racism age. My fear of getting old was another racist thing against me. Not that it's nature. Not that maybe I could sit for none of that stuff. None of that stuff. It was my third. Black racism. Woman racism. Elderly racism. Discrimination. It's a lot. It is a lot. Too much. So I speak out against it. The pain you inflict on me, I shoot it back out. Now take it, do what you will. But I put last week, y'all forgot Jesse Jackson was the one that said that big campaign, I Am Somebody. You know why he had to do a campaign to tell African Americans to try to pump them up? I am somebody. Because we were taught, I know I was taught in school, like I told you, never in elementary school, I said, oh, how did I get here? Change the conversation. Oh, my parents, we came from Central European, and oh, we came from Ireland and Scotland, and okay, I don't look like y'all, so I had to come from some. Oh, okay, because my mother and them didn't say Africa. My grandmother didn't say Africa. They came from the generation that was used to get killed if you said Africa. You people don't even know the half of this scumbag country. You don't even know the half. So Jesse Jackson had to come and say, I am somebody. So remember that when you run to the doctors and you think they treating a human being, they treating, when they see your dark skin, they treating you like they treat a cow or a goat or an elephant. They still think that you're an animal. Hey, let's take a break, y'all.
Power on.
Oh,
Bluetooth ready to pair. Bluetooth connected.
They ain't gonna trip me up. Yeah. Ooh. Come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, y'all, I am stiff. Oh, I can't stand stiff days.
Power on. Bluetooth ready to pair.
I think my
Bluetooth connected.
thing is having some issues. My speaker. Yeah, y'all. Please. So no. I have friends of all ethnicities. Always had. Because I judge the people. So if you listen to me and you get mad at me, then don't listen to me. Let me tell y'all another example. I got a notice from FB that tells me, I did a show, Neighbors. We teach the basis of Chester music, movement, and song. So I put a page up. Now, during the time that the page was very active, because the show was going, this is like 12 years ago, the show was up, I'm posting, we're posting, Neighbors posting, and, oh, you can see, your post will see more if you pay this, if you pay this, if you pay this, if you pay this. So I said, you know what? So now I do the podcast, Upon Moves First, where I talk about, the public access show and how we traveled and different things and just behind the scenes. And I put it up on the Neighbors TV Facebook page. I do that like twice a month. So now I'm getting stuff from Facebook saying, oh, you could get stars from people seeing if people want to see you stars. Now you see how I'm on Facebook now? We're going on our 3rd year of walking every morning. 3rd year. What, 700, 800 videos? Not a star to be had on this active page. But the inactive page, is going to get the stars. I don't understand Hatfield and McCoy logic. So I said, maybe they said, okay, well, do more on the page so you can get stars. I almost got my page shut down. Y'all know what I was going to say, right? Y'all, P-H-U-C-K-U. Yes. So, it's just like, when I see that, I was like, and then, oh yeah, they did that on my other page, for my children's book. Gave me hell when posted. Oh, please. But now they tell me I could get stars on it. Now, the page I'm on every fucking day, walking, as I said, for the past 2 and almost a half years, nothing. So, yes. When I worked at the library, and I worked at a few of them, I noticed that a lot of cult leaders' wives worked at the library. They would come in, they would start on our level, but quickly they would rise through the ranks. I didn't put it together until I was listening to the Lori Vallow case, and the husband, Chad, whatever his name is, his wife that he is alleged to have killed, worked in the library. And a light went off in my head. I was like, holy cow. That's the jobs left for the Reverend's wives. The library. Oh, man. That's why there's a ban on books. The librarians are cult leaders' wives. They're controlling the education. Yes. That's why there's no Toni Morrison. There's no Maya Angelou. There's no Gloria Naylor. There's no, as far as any African American books, it's the cult leader's wife. The Lutheran cult leader's wife works at the library. The Methodist cult leader's wives work at the library. So many. That's where they work. So that's why your books are banned. Your librarians are cult leaders' wives. I was like, dang. And I met so many. Listen, I hopped around the Westchester, New York library system. And I noticed it in Greenwich. And I just heard Greenwich and the branches. But there was always a cult leader wife in a library branch. So that's where your book ban comes from. I couldn't understand why. Like, who is banning these? Who? In your library system is being run by cult leaders' wives. Your book bans are done by cult leaders' wives. But your tax dollars go to the library. Child, this Hatfield McCoy stuff. This Hatfield McCoy stuff. Whew. Bullshit is thick. So that's where your ban comes from. Who is banning these books? Cult leaders' wives. They are the librarians. Why do you have to go into the libraries and see that fiction Bible sitting up there and take it off the shelf and throw it in the trash? Why is it still up there? It has violence, sexuality, murder, and everything else that the cult leaders' wives, librarians, say they don't want. But if residents don't go and pull that book off the shelf, the cult leaders' librarian wives will keep the book on the shelf. So I hope I answered your question on banned books. There's not education librarians, like people who are really into library science and into books. They're not the ones that's banning the books. It's not a lot of them in the library. A lot of folks in the library is cult connected. So you get the cult leader's wife in, and she'll get her cult leaders, she'll get the cult members in. And your tax dollars, again, are going to pay cults. And they go in there saying what they don't want. They don't want Gloria Naylor. They don't want Maya Angelou. They don't want Toni Morrison. They don't want Richard Wright. Just like when you go to the doctor. Because I didn't mention all these rights because all these books, these African American authors. Because remember, these are cult leaders' wives. And they know that according to their book, we're the cursed. So they're taking off all the cursed people's books. Cursed. Then they get the other ones along the way because they got to put them in there. But they don't want the people who were cursed by some old nasty drunk man back in the day. But even up until now. So now you tell me they know how to differentiate between their cult and their life. You go to that doctor. That doctor's in a cult. And no matter what cult he's in the cult, you was either the cursed. Oh, shoot, let me get this. Oh, cursed, dark energy, sinning, evil for, we're those things. So that's why the books are pulled out of the library. But you take your ass in there to the doctor. You think he's treating you. First of all, he's treating an animal. I think we'd have a better time if we went to a veterinarian. The veterinarian will know we're human. because they know what animals are and they know what humans are. But that doctor you go to, that GP, that one primary care, how the hell can someone be someone who don't want you to live in their neighborhood, don't want you to have shit, be nothing, be your primary care physician? Why don't you just go to jail and get a murderer and make him your primary care physician? I know y'all say Lori Vallow is crazy, but Lori says that Oprah Winfrey is dog evil spirit. Okay, let's go back to Mormonism. In Mormonism, dark skin mean dark spirit, mean evil, mean dead. But y'all take y'all dumbass in them temples all the time. Oh yeah, we cursed. We so cursed. Can we give you all our money? We cursed. What I'm trying to say is, whatever cult affiliation these people are, you are the bad spirit, the dark spirit. Why would they want to heal a dark spirit or bad spirit? Oh, because they may get sued? Well, don't stop shit. They got insurance. You ain't gotta listen to me. Look at the stats. Still in this day and time, our children are dying before they get here. By design. By design, child. By design. Yes. Now, I looked at that Prime Swarm thing. Swarm, SWAM. Now I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm saying, because I didn't read any reviews or anything like that. And I see the little clips on Prime. Who's your favorite singer? Who's your favorite singer? I didn't connect the dots. But I had nothing else to do. And honey, when I was coming up, wasn't nothing but blonde hair, blue-eyed women with big pointy titty bras, little tiny waist. So I was interested because this was just a sister girl. I mean, when I looked at that, I can't think of her name right now, but I was like, she a regular person. That's what made me look at it. She just had her natural hair. She ain't had no fake nails falling off. I mean, there's sequences and different things, basically. But so that's what I'm going on. And I'm looking at it. And she's like, who's your favorite singer? Who's your favorite singer? And I'm sitting there like, what is this? And then it hit me. Years ago, because y'all know I love YouTube. Years ago, I remember T.S. Madison and a few people from the beef sector and the black sector. And they said, I ain't even going to say her name. Let's put it like this. If I'm going to skip the letter, that's her name. I'm going to say the 5 letters of the alphabet. Well, yeah, but I'm going to skip one. And the one I skip, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to say the alphabet. A, C, D, E, F. The number that I skip, honey, that's what I'm talking about. You can't even say the letter. You can't say the letter. Her fans will be all over you. They would drag my page. You can't even say letter. You say, oh yeah, that letter missing. She's not as good as so-and-so. Whoo! They would come on my page in swarms. Swarms. They will dox me. They will dox my mother. They dox the damn dogs and the puppies she gonna have. Whew. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, holy shit. I remember being warned by T.S. Madison and a few more. They said you could talk about any other singer. But when you say her name, you say her initial, and not say she the best thing that ever was. Listen, you gotta say her name and how she walk on water in order not to be attacked. Ooh. So I'm talking to my daughter. I'm like, when I go on the walk, I'm gonna talk about it. She said, Mommy, don't even make a mistake. I said, I'm not. I said, I'm gonna mention the group. They said, Mommy, don't mention the group she with. And people come after you. I was like, this is gonna come after me. I'm just gonna mention the group. She said, don't even mention the group name. She said, they'll be all over your page in a swarm. They will get your page taken down. They will put all your information on the internet. Make people come and visit you. Whoo! But I forgot about all that. Because I was like, whoo. I don't even really get into her music. And I'm glad I don't, because I don't never want that name to come out my mouth. Whoo! So that was such a while ago. You know, that when me and my daughter talked. But now when I told her I was going to talk on the walk, she started warning me again. I said, whoa. Whoa. They doing Jim Crow in the South, but you can't get them to swarm there. You can't get them to swarm there. They do it all the Hatfields and McCoys and all the tricks of the trades, but you can't get them to swarm there. They raping and killing women, especially minority women, on these military bases like it's the thing to do. But you won't swarm there. But you mentioned, if you say, I call it blank. If you say blank music is not as good as Whitney Houston, whoa! Before you can hit the send or post button, they will swarm in on you. So I forgot. So I'm sitting down looking at Prime. First episode. And I was like, oh wow. But more, it's coming more and more. It's like the more I look at it. Oh, I'm like, whoa. I heard about them. I heard about them from T.S. Madison and a few more YouTubers. And I thought I kind of took them seriously, but I kind of thought they was joking. But I noticed nobody mentions her name unless you say she walks on water. You don't mention her name unless you say she turns water to wine. Because that's the whole cult. Because if you say anything other than those two things, if you say, well, Aretha Franklin will always have that stronger voice. That swarm will come down on you. I'm like in shock. All that's going on in this world probably couldn't get you out there to protest. Couldn't get you to do nothing. But at the mere thought, honey, whew, I'm saying this to say I never raised my daughter to be a follower of groups or other people or put them up on a pedestal or anything like that. I never even took her to a concert. I mean, there's concerts in the park we went to, concerts at the amusement parks, you know, Coney Island Playland, stuff like that. I would take her to see that. Parks, love parks. The zoos, we love zoos. Beaches, we love beaches. Libraries, our very breath was contingent on us going to the library. We did all those things, but we never ran up behind no singer, no actor, nothing like that. I told her that we have so much talent in our family, and I would sit there, you know, your great-grandmother, she's saying she was a choir director, you know about singing. Your Uncle Johnny was a bus driver for a lot of years. You know, your grandfather, he was an accountant for a lot of years. These are all the possibilities that she has and people that she should look up to within her family. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm so happy because I can't imagine going to jail because she killed someone who said something bad about a singer or an actor. I can't even tell you how I would live with knowing that kind of bullshit. Tuck in your elbow. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One for good luck. I can't even tell you. What? You're in jail because you killed someone who said something about an actor or singer, and you was insulted for her? Now y'all know what I'd be doing. I'd be slamming her head into a wall. The police would be trying to pull me off of her because I would want to know what the hell is wrong with her. If I stop walking, y'all. What the hell is wrong with her? Yeah. Please. I'd walk in that jail and slam her head. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I said you're stalking someone for an actor. Who? Have you lost your complete mind? That person don't even know you're alive. Ooh, child. We made it. We made it. We did it. We did it. And save your toes and feet. We did it, y'all. Hey. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. And also, catch my podcast on my YouTube channel, The Pond Moves First. Thanks for coming on the walk. I'm walking, y'all. See you tomorrow and have a great day. Save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all.